All right, let's just dive right into this explainer and totally demystify the science of eating for longevity. We're going to look at some hard, expert-backed data today to build you a true system-by-system blueprint of the absolute healthiest foods you can put in your body. Now, look at this quote. Dr. Alex, who, by the way, has nearly a decade in emergency medicine, completely shatters this modern illusion we all have that healthy eating has to be super complicated or crazy expensive. Longevity, it turns out, is not found in some magic pill. No way. It's actually found in those simple, recognizable items that you literally walk past in the grocery store every single day. You know, the wellness industry aggressively pushes what we call the superfood myth. You've seen it, right? The costly supplement stacks, the complex fad diets. But the actual longevity reality is so much more grounded. It's really all about decades of dietary consistency, just using everyday, single-ingredient supermarket staples. So, here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at boring foods for a longer life, then fueling your cardiovascular health. After that, supercharging your brain function, followed by protecting your gut microbiome. Finally, we'll cover easy weekly meal planning and finish up with consistency over exotic superfoods. Okay, let's get into it. Section 1. Boring foods for longer life. 15. That is the magic number of staple foods that experts consistently highlight for long-term health. And listen, these are not exotic berries harvested from some remote jungle. They are the kind of boring staples you instantly recognize. But here's the secret. When you consume them consistently, man, they do some absolutely massive heavy lifting for your metabolic and cellular health. Moving right along, Section 2, fueling your cardiovascular health. First up, we really need to understand nitric oxide. So this is an absolutely crucial signaling molecule located right in the lining of your blood vessels. Basically, it tells your vessels to relax and expand, which of course improves blood flow. And this flexibility, it's literally the key to preventing the stiff arteries that lead to hypertension, heart attacks, and strokes decades down the line. Now, certain foods naturally trigger this molecule. And get this, dark chocolate is one of them. I know, right? But wait, there's a catch here. It absolutely must contain a minimum of 70% cocoa. That's what gives you that rich source of polyphenols, specifically flavonoids, that actually trigger the nitric oxide production. And the best part is, you only need about 10 to 20 grams a day to get this incredible vascular benefit, so you don't even have to overdo the calories. Extra virgin olive oil is another total cornerstone of heart health. EVO is absolutely packed with anti-inflammatory polyphenols, and these specifically protect the endothelium, which is that vital inner lining of your blood vessels we were just talking about. Doing this preserves your endothelial function years before any cardiovascular issues even have a chance to begin. Honestly, it's a huge reason why the Mediterranean diet is so incredibly effective. And when it comes to seafood, salmon is a massive standout. Whether you like it smoked or baked, salmon gives you direct EPA and DHA, omega-3 fatty acids. Your body actually takes these fatty acids and incorporates them directly into your cell membranes. It's like a microscopic shield that reduces chronic inflammation across your entire body and protects your heart against arrhythmias. It's a real game changer. All right, Section 3, supercharging your brain function. Let's see how we can protect our minds. So eggs have definitely had this complicated kind of villain to hero reputation in diet culture over the years. But honestly, they're just incredibly efficient. Not only are they a complete protein, which, helps maintain muscle mass as we age, but for your brain, they are one of the absolute best sources of choline out there. And choline is a nutrient your brain desperately needs for neurotransmitter function to stave off cognitive decline. We also really need to talk about the hydration connection. Now, sure, water isn't technically a food, but the reality is most people are just walking around in a chronic state of mild dehydration. And what does that do? Well, it actually thickens the blood, it strains the heart, and it slowly degrades your kidney filtration rate. Over time, that literally impairs your concentration and memory. So just consistently drinking water protects your kidneys and keeps that brain of yours functioning sharply, instead of relying on a thirst mechanism that actually lags as we age. If we put it all together, look at how these three basic supermarket staples deliver such targeted, high-impact nutrients straight to your cognitive command center. You've got salmon, giving you omega-3 DHA for cell membrane health, blueberries, which are just packed with anthocyanins that actually cross the blood-brain barrier to lower oxidative stress, and of course, eggs providing choline for your neurotransmitters. It's simple, it's accessible, and it is so powerful. Moving on to Section 4, protecting your gut microbiome. Okay, so your gut microbiome, this is a highly complex ecosystem of bacteria living right inside your digestive tract. And it basically dictates everything from your immune function and systemic inflammation all the way to your mental health via the gut-brain axis. We absolutely have to feed this ecosystem correctly, mainly because microbiome diversity naturally declines with age, which can unfortunately lead to overall frailty. Now, while regular yogurt gives you standard bacterial fermentation and some basic probiotics, kefir absolutely steals the spotlight here. Why? Because it's fermented with both bacteria and yeast. This yields highly diverse probiotic strains, introducing a much wider variety of beneficial bacteria directly to your gut. And that kind of diversity is just incredibly protective against chronic disease. And hey, let's not forget sauerkraut's little secret. Eating affordable, seemingly boring fermented veggies, like sauerkraut, literally packs your gut with probiotics. Plus, it feeds your existing good bacteria with natural cabbage fiber. This whole process creates short-chain fatty acids that drastically improve your insulin sensitivity, lower chronic inflammation, and even increase the bioavailability of essential vitamins. It's kind of amazing. All right, let's get practical. Section 5, Easy Weekly Meal Planning. Okay, here is your longevity pantry checklist. Having these specific shelf-stable ingredients ready to go literally removes all the friction from healthy eating. Check this out. Canned chickpeas give you a massive 12.5 grams of fiber for hearty salads. Red lentils, they offer an impressive 46 grams of protein per dried cup for quick dals. Quick oats contain beta-glucan to help stabilize your blood sugar. Sweet potatoes are this fantastic potassium-rich versatile base. And frozen spinach, that's just instant iron and antioxidants ready to drop into any meal. Then, on the fresh side of your kitchen, you want to keep your fridge stocked with simple, high-quality, single-ingredient proteins. With versatile staples like seafood and eggs just sitting there ready to go, you can assemble these brain and heart protective meals in literally minutes. It makes taking care of your physiological system so incredibly easy all week long. Finally, Section 6, Consistency over Exotic Superfoods. Let's bring it all together. The absolute crucial takeaway of this entire explainer is this. Most of what determines how long we live and how well we age really just comes down to what we consistently put into our bodies. It's not about eating perfectly for just 1 week and then falling off the wagon. It's about making these single-ingredient foods a boring yet highly effective lifelong habit. So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought to ponder on your very next grocery run. What single ingredient food will you add to your plate this week to invest in your longevity? You've got the system-by-system blueprint now. Start simple, stay consistent, and I promise you, your body is going to thank you for decades to come.